Welcome back to C1 Risk Training. Today we're looking at the types of notifications you can expect to receive either as a vendor or respondent to an assessment and or as the risk manager, the types of notifications you'll get as somebody who's sending out assessments and then also reviewing them once they've been submitted. So let's start on the vendor side, the respondent, and the types of notifications you can expect to see there. So first and foremost, when an assessment has been sent out, it's going to send you a notification that looks something like this. It'll come from C1 Risk Support. It will be white labeled to the company who's sending you the assessment, and it will provide you with a link to the assessment. This notification will come to you once a week between the date that you first receive it and the actual due date of the assessment. If you do not respond to the assessment, you'll continue to get those notifications, and there are escalation procedures. So if a manager is linked to you in the system, the manager will start receiving those notifications, and then you will receive a notification daily once the due date has expired. So make sure you get that assessment done quickly. And then once you've submitted it, you'll have a brief period of quiet, hopefully, while the reviewer reviews that assessment. And then the next notification you receive will be the actual report and review of the assessment and your responses. That's going to look a little bit like this. So basically, it will give you a summary of your responses. It will tell you that there are 3 issues that they want you to work on. The issues are summarized in the email themselves, so you can click on each one individually here. Or you can go to your task list in our system by following this link, and there you'll see all 3 findings. Again, you can just open them and start to provide your risk mitigation plans. Finally, then, once you've provided your risk mitigation plans and resolved your findings, you're going to get a notification that tells you that you have resolved this, and then you'll get a second one that says it's been validated and or reopened in the case that the plan is not accepted and the risk manager requires more information. But all of these notifications will come to you automatically from the system, from C1 Risk Support. So make sure you keep an eye on those, know that they're not phishing, and then look for the company logo inside the email itself so you know which company you're doing the assessment for. Okay, so let's move on to the risk manager. So as the risk manager, similarly, once a security review has been submitted, you're going to get a notification with a link again to that assessment. So you can go in there and actually start your review process. Beyond this, once you've sent out the notification of findings to the respondent, you won't necessarily receive more notifications. You'll need to monitor the system. We can switch on those finding notifications if you want us to. So when a risk mitigation plan is submitted, you can be notified so you can go in and validate that risk mitigation. But we do not automatically switch those on because it depends on the volume of risk mitigations that could potentially being submitted to you. That could be overwhelming for you. So we leave that up to you to decide. So if you want those additional notifications, you can contact support@c1risk.com or reach out to your account manager and we'll turn those notifications on. But know that with all of our notifications, the typical format is that when you receive a notification to do something, you're going to receive that notification once a week up to the due date, and then it will escalate and either go to your manager and you will receive a daily notification. It will tell you that it's expired, and it will continue to bug you until you fill that out. That's our normal protocol. If as somebody who's sending an assessment, you would prefer that cadence to be higher, that is possible. We can configure that. Contact your account manager again, or C1 support@c1risk.com to work that out. Okay, well, that concludes our training for today.